What's up guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to the review of the Belgium Grand Prix and the news that has led up to this Grand Prix. It's only been a week since the Hungarian Grand Prix, so not much has happened? Wrong. A lot has happened since the Hungarian Grand Prix, starting off with Mattia Binotto. He is back in Formula 1 for Audi and he's going to be the team principal and something else, but he's going to be back in Formula 1 working for Audi, and does that change Carlos Sainz's mind about moving to them? Moving on though, and we had the news that Esteban Ocon, he is moving to Haas from Alpine after the news that he was leaving the French team earlier. So that means one less seat is up for grabs now for Carlos Sainz. It's probably going to go to Williams. Talking about Alpine though, and they released this very nice Deadpool and Wolverine inspired livery, red with the Wolverine strikes down at the side. It's a very nice car livery, but we'll see how it goes for them. Staying on the topic of Alpine, Bruno Famin is leaving the team after a year maybe of being in power from team principal. Looking at FP1 though, and it was a wet one in the morning, and it was Max Verstappen who led the field, showing pace there, and in FP2 it was Lando Norris who was showing pace, the championship rival for McLaren. It was McLaren 1-2 in FP2 where it dried up, but it was Max Verstappen once more in FP3 who was taking the lead going into qualifying Q1, and it was Oscar Piastri who topped it in a very action-packed Q1 where everyone had to be out immediately. But out in Q1 was Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Sargent and Zhou. All out in Q1. But Q2, it was topped by Max Verstappen once more. And going out in Q2 was Albon in 11th, Gasly, Ricciardo, Bottas and Stroll. Stroll not having a very good qualifying session, and Albon almost knocking Sergio Perez out and getting into Q3. Q3 though, and it was topped by Max Verstappen, but he has a 10th-place grid penalty, of course, so he'll be starting down in P11. But Q3 order was Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Hamilton, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Alonso and Ocon. So Leclerc on pole from Perez for the race. Let's go see what happens. And it was a George Russell win after a crazy one-stop worked out for him. He did 26 laps on the hard compound tyre, and he led home a Mercedes 1-2 with Hamilton coming in second. He caught Russell up, but there wasn't that many overtakes overall this weekend, and it was a struggle to get the overtake for Hamilton for the lead. Another man that struggled to get the overtake was Oscar Piastri, who came in third place for McLaren. His teammate not doing very much this weekend, but third place was good for the Australian, who was troubling the Mercedes towards the end of the race. And talking about the rest of the grid, it was Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, Sainz, Perez, Ocon who led the top 10. Then Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon, Gasly, Magnussen, Bottas, Tsunoda, Sargent, Hulkenberg and Zhou DNF'd. Best team there really isn't a choice here, because it's Mercedes who get their first 1-2 since 2022, when George Russell won in Brazil. And for me, there wasn't really a worse team because everyone sort of had one good driver and one bad driver. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Goodbye.